All right. Morning, everybody. This is Rob Garcia, the Warrior Strategist, coming at you from lovely San Diego. And it's Friday morning. I wanted to go online today and talk about the most effective social media strategy posts that you can do in order to better your social media game. I'm going to cover some of the things you can use to induce sales organically without having to be a scumbag and cold call people or pop into their inbox and pitch them immediately and do other dirtbag things that people think is okay on LinkedIn and Facebook. If you guys don't know me, I'm a visibility strategist. I teach social media. I teach how to get on TV. I teach how to reach out to reporters and journalists. I issue press releases, do all that fun stuff. I use PR as an asset, but I'm not a PR guy per se. I prefer being a visibility strategist, like bigger picture, making campaigns for people. Social media is definitely a very strong part of any successful business. So right out the gate, this training is brought to you by the Tactical CEQ Visibility Guide. This is my brand new guide. I haven't formally launched yet. I'm just kind of letting people know about it, but this is the printed guide, and I actually went back after I got this proof and I added about 7 more pages, but it's got everything you need for pitching journalists. It's got interactive fillable worksheets. And it's got a complete social media plan that's applicable to all social media platforms. Imagine just being able to look at this and like, oh, I want to do this type of post. This is what's going to happen. Oh, here's how to write it, right? So it's got templates for everything. And I wrote a lot of done-for-you social media posts so you have an idea. There's some bonus training teaching how to implement strategies, lesson summaries, and then an actual worksheet so you can just fill out your social media plan according to your business goals. There's also a media pitch. This one's really valuable. This is a media pitch template. If you want to reach out to TV stations or to get interviews, it literally lets you fill in your business, grab this guy, and you can just pop it into an email. So super valuable. If you guys want to know more about this, just message me. It's $97. I promise you, this is one of the greatest PR guides that is currently out there. This is the culmination of like 6-7 years of my best industry knowledge. I put a lot of work into this. It's over 50 pages. So just message me if it interests you. I'm also throwing in for the first 15 people. I'm going to throw in 2 bonuses. Still working on those, but I can assure you they're going to be awesome. So anyway, let's jump to it. Right out the gate, I'm going to tell you some of the things that you shouldn't be doing on social media because I'm on social media quite a bit. I'm on every single platform: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, YouTube, and I'm even on Reddit just for shits and giggles because it's kind of fun. And I want you guys to understand that social media needs to have strategy. It needs to have thought. And it's really fun to ping out something that is emotional or reactive or, join a discussion or complain about the government or whatever. But I'm going to tell you, it doesn't sell. And from here on, if you're watching this training, I want you to ask yourself when you're about to do something, a post, a live, a training, whatever, does this have a purpose, right? Is this going to sell? Is this driving traffic to my TV show like Joanne Angelberry Cologne? Or is it driving traffic to my Facebook group? Or is it selling something? Is it helping someone? Is it doing something with purpose? Because if it doesn't, it's not passing the strategy test. All right? So right off the bat, social media has cause and effect. And a lot of people don't think like this. They just get up and they're like, hey, I'm going to post a picture of my breakfast on Instagram. And then I'm going to complain about, the government. And then I'm going to talk about how expensive my city is. And then I'm going to share some news story. Okay. That's 4 different actions. And that's a lot of people's social media. And guess what? You've created air. You haven't created a sale. You haven't created social currency with somebody higher up the ladder that you want to build a bond with. You haven't positioned yourself. You haven't driven traffic to anything you're working on. You are literally being a consumer and a producer of nothing. And my God, 85% of people run their social media like this. It's horrifying. So thinking about this bigger picture, and I'm not trying to tell people what to do, first of all. Social media should be fun. It should just be something. Sometimes you do need to vent, right? But like Joe Nicasio says, posting your breakfast pictures won't create purchase desires. Perfect. That is. I couldn't have put that better, Joe. Thank you. This is why Joe Nicasio is a pro. Social media should be used to create value of some sort. Try to be the person creating value for other people. It'll make you a better person. It'll put good energy out there, not to sound too much like a hippie. And the sales will flow when you're in alignment with your social media. Okay. I do pitch stuff maybe twice a week. Hard pitch, price. Hey, this is what you get. This is what I'm selling. These are the past results, blah, blah, blah. Nothing wrong with that. But I only pitch about twice. I'm not out for the pitch. I'm out for helping people in my network. I'm out for giving them free training like I'm doing right now. I'm out for making other people's lives better. And when you turn your social media into a value-based asset, people will respond and they will buy from you if you present yourself in the right way as a problem solver, not as a seller of things. Okay. So let's veer back. So right away, the first thing I tell people under, hey, don't do this. It's a time waster. Don't do forwards or shares of any news stuff unless you want to have an endless complaining discussion. It's a time suck. I know it's tempting, especially with new legislation or the government does something goofy or, a woman passes ranger school, just something. You don't have time. You don't. Unless you want to have a discussion about these things and waste a lot of time and complain with a bunch of whiners. Is that really who you are? Like, really think about this. Is that who you want to be? So forwards and shares, they're not helping your business. And in fact, they're just creating an echo chamber of whiny people. Not my energy, not my jam. You shouldn't be posting about politics at all. You're just yelling into the air. That's literally what it is. You're not going to change anything. In fact, if you're telling people how to vote, you're kind of an asshole. I'll just say it. Stay away from that. I am all about helping you to become successful and profitable. So I'm going to cut right to it. I don't hold back. I don't sugarcoat shit. The only things you should be doing, I'm going to get to the crux of the content. Like, this is why you're tuning in. There are probably 6 to 7 posts that are strategically valuable no matter what your business model is. And today I'm going to give you 3. The very first one is to promote others. Does this mean promote everybody? No. Does this mean promote people that, like Thor's hammer, are worthy, right? You want to promote people that you either want to create social currency with, that you're business partners with, or that you want to help rise. You don't just promote anybody. Your time is valuable. Your effort is valuable. Your energy is valuable. So when you promote someone, don't just say, hey, this person's awesome. You should work with them. You need to give people a reason to buy, and you need to make the customer journey as easy as possible. If somebody posts about me and they just say, hey, you should work with Rob. He's kind of cool and he sort of knows about PR. That's not valuable to me. In fact, you've devalued my brand because you put no thought into it. And I appreciate when people promote me, but I double appreciate it when they do it right and they take the actual time to put thought into it. When you promote somebody, you should have a picture of them. Your post should have a thought out reason of why to work with them. Maybe an example like, hey, he helped me do this or she helped me do this, blah, blah, blah. And then a link to their stuff in the first comment, not in the post because the algorithm will bury it, but in the first comment, a link to their website, a link to their Calendly, a link to whatever the fuck they have, right? So promote others. Promoting others should be 30 to 40% of your social media. And I know for a fact, almost none of you watching this are hitting those numbers. You're just not. It's not human nature. So this is me ringing the bell, ding, ding, ding. Promote somebody. Pick somebody that needs it, though. Promote somebody that's either really good at what they do or is amazing and needs some spotlight, some eyes, some purchases, somebody that's a good person. Like, really think about this. If I promote somebody, it's because they deserve it. Okay? Don't just promote anybody, like I said. So that's the first post you should be doing. It always gets returned times 2, 5, 10, whatever. Anytime I promote someone, it always reciprocates. If you want to know the best reciprocating cross promoter, Rich Kaufman. If you promote Rich and his Vertical Momentum podcast or something he's doing or an interview or something, helping him to get people that are trying to build their podcast to huge numbers like he got, and you promote him and you send people to him, he practices gratitude on a level that I've never seen. I think I'm pretty good at gratitude. Rich is like the epitome. Rich is literally the source that I look at. I'm like, shit, I need to be more like that. Number 2 for posts is lead generation or discussion questions. All this is either a single question or a single statement with a colored background on Facebook. These work a little bit on LinkedIn, but not as powerfully. And you have to understand the different types of social media and how they're used strategically. Obviously, Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest are going to be your visual mediums. So the graphics and the hashtags are far more important. Facebook and LinkedIn are going to be your discussions, your talks, your ways to connect with people on a deeper level, right? So you can put more into it. But fast lead gen or discussion questions with a colored background on Facebook are some of the most effective social media I've ever seen. And let me give you an example. So if I want to generate leads, I'm going to ask a question, and this is client level stuff. You guys should be writing this down. I'm going to ask a question that either isolates the problem or the person. The problem could be, hey, who has low sales this year? Who needs more media interviews this year? Who is going to incorporate press releases into their selling strategy? These are lead generation questions that are targeting a specific problem. Targeting a person means your avatar. So my friend Corey Thompson specializes in working with clients that are at the 250,000 or above mark. So if I were Corey, I would write Facebook questions that say something like, tag someone that broke the $250,000 mark annually in their business. And guess what? Every single response is a potential lead. See how easy that is? Jason Lane Curtis does payment processing. He shows people an alternative to PayPal if they're paying too much for PayPal, Stripe, whatever. He's got a payment processing system that beats the big guys, both in fees and reliability. If you've ever had PayPal take your money or lock down your funds or whatever, you'll realize the need to vacate really quick. Jason Lane Curtis could pop in a question and say, how many of you guys are using a payment processor system that you don't like? Every single response is a potential lead now. See how this works? So he's isolating both the problem and the person. Lead generation questions are the most powerful way, organically, unpaid, to get people into your corner, to qualify leads. Because if you learn to word them right, if you learn to craft them, every person that answers is now a warm lead. And that is the fastest conversion you can have. And if more people knew about this, my God, their sales would go through the roof. I ask a lead generation question every single day, or a discussion question. And it's not about sales. It's about the connection. So that's lead generation questions. Discussion questions, same format. Facebook, colored background, very short. But a discussion question is just to start a discussion that you're the moderator of, gets people talking, but it breaks the ice with new people, with new friends. And that's where the real value is, right? So for like Ryan Hunt, I would ask something like, hey man, how did you start the idea of the Pando Commando? How did you come up with this concept? How did you come up with Mountain Up? And I know the answer because it has to do with his service. But the point is, discussion questions can be aimed at one person publicly, or they can be aimed at just getting people talking in a positive way. And I'll tell you this, if your discussion goes south, and sometimes they do, I've had discussions turn into arguments immediately because somebody wants to be an asshole, and I'll shut them down. I'll shut down the whole thing. There's no value. You want to see this in action? Post something about Trump and watch people just go at it. It's kind of funny, actually. I call those kick the beehive. And I very rarely do them because the IQ starts just dropping over the quality of the discussion over the time period. So anyway, lead generation questions and discussion questions, very, very important. Now I'm going to give you the #1 performing post of all time. I call it the MOAP, the mother of all posts. It is any post, you should be really paying attention right now. It is any post that weaves together a commonality and a narrative that includes 4 to 5 people you can tag. Every single time I have done one of these, it's led to higher than normal engagement. It's led to an ongoing discussion. It's created social currency for everyone involved in it. And it's actually driven traffic to some people from my audience to them. An example of this is, hey, top 5 real estate professionals you should know in San Diego and why, or top 5 real estate professionals and what you can learn from them in SoCal, something like that. And I would mention Corey Rosier from Big Block, or Amber Welch, or freaking, who's doing real estate? Jessica Wells, Rafi Gorgeous, Caesar, I think it's Kenda Jahan. I don't want to mess his last name up because Caesar's a big man and he works out a lot more than I do. But anyway, you get the point. If you can weave a post that tags 5 people under an umbrella of commonality, right, and creates value for them and says nice shit about them, you're going to look awesome. A lot of people are going to respond. The people tagged are going to respond. It's going to create this wave. Can this be used towards your business? Yes. So if I wanted to be really sneaky, like CIA level, like I won't say manipulation, but I'll say guidance, like psychology, like persuasion. If I was going to be super, super sneaky, I would write one of these posts. I would tag 3 people I want to work with, and I would give them a very direct PR tip for custom for their business. You know, so apply what you do and create some client level strategy towards people under an umbrella, and you might have the greatest post of your career. I still remember the greatest post of my career. It was actually writing a deleted scene from Top Gun 2 that was really funny and very well received. Pop culture does well. Speaking of, I'm going to segue into another topic here real quick. It is very tempting to use memes. Memes don't sell. Memes don't sell. Memes don't sell. I said this 3 times because it's freaking important. If you are spending way too much time sharing memes, creating memes, whatever, all they do is give people a quick laugh. Sometimes you can use them to direct traffic to a site. Let's say you have a humor site. You have something that's a little off-putting, like disgruntled veterans. And I think Veteran Up is a good vet humor site as well. But the point is, memes should not be used as your social media strategy. They are something to be used sparingly and only if they are very, very funny. I know people that overuse them. I know people that make really bad ones and try and steer it to their business. Don't do this. Your social media strategy should be really thought out, really specific. And if you're doing over 2 memes a week, you're overdoing it. It's not a good strategy across the board. So anyway, I'm going to give my summary real quick. I want to thank everybody that popped in here. This training is brought to you by the Tactical CEQ Guide. Like I said earlier, if you need help with your social media, message me and I'll give you the link to this. This is $97. This is a printed workbook. Comes to your house with fillable worksheets and an entire section on social media templates, how to reach out to celebrities and influencers, how to build an audience, how to create a media platform, And it also has scannable QR codes so you can join my Facebook group for free and then download some of my free content off YouTube, my blog, everything. It's like a nice little reference page right here. If you want to know more about this, feel free to reach out to me. I'm doing a hard launch next week. This will come with bonuses for the first 15 people. All right. Thanks so much, guys. All right. So real quick, Joe asked a question because Joe's awesome. I'm going to cover this real fast. He wants more clarity on the third type of post. So basically, pick 5 people that have something in common and then write a post that weaves some kind of narrative that involves tagging all 5 of them. So Joe, pick 5 people in one industry. Pick 5 people with a commonality. Pick 5 real estate agents. Pick 5 entrepreneurs. Pick 5 coaches. Pick 5 authors. Point is, pick 5 people, some umbrella that they have in common, right? Then write a post that either creates value for all of them or recommends all of them for whatever reason. And because of the volume of who you're tagging and the quality of your writing and then a custom graphic with eye-catching fonts and bright colors, you're going to see a lot of engagement. And these posts take a little time. They take like 15, 20 minutes because you're making a custom graphic, you're writing it out, you're thinking about who to write about. But yes, exactly. Create a mini tribe post. Start doing this once a week, and you're going to start seeing your engagement go way up. You're going to get a lot more friend requests, and you're going to have strangers reaching out to you like, holy shit, that post was amazing. Let's talk. You can help me. And Joe, especially, you're a great solutions provider, and you do great things for your clients. All right. That's about all I got for now. Thanks so much, guys. If you have any questions about your social media or about strategy or about visibility, whatever, I'm always here for you. Hope you have an amazing weekend. This is Rob Garcia, the Warrior Strategist. As always, stay famous. See you next time.